Hi, so this video is just going to be about quadratic equations. Alright, so let's start off with this. What is a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation is any equation in Algebra 1 that takes the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, where a, b, and c are all constants. So, an example of a quadratic equation could be x squared plus 7x plus 10 set equal to 0. Now, in order to solve this equation, you can use one of two methods. Either A, just the quadratic equation, which we will learn in a second, or B, the factoring method. So, well, the quadratic equation is x equals negative b plus or minus radical b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So, well, let's just define a few terms here. A equals 1, right, because 1 x squared, same thing. B equals 7, C equals 10. So then you just put those into the equation. X equals negative b, so b is 7, so negative 7, plus or minus 7 squared, 49, minus 4 times a is 1, so it's just the same, 4. 4 times 10, basic fact, 40. Over 2 times 1, which is just 2. So, well, x equals negative 7, plus or minus 49 minus 40, which is 9, divided by 2. So, x equals negative 7, plus or minus 30 over 2. X equals negative 7 plus 3, that's just negative 4 over 2, and x equals negative 7 minus 3, that's just negative 10 over 2, which is negative 10 over 2. So negative 4 over 2, that is negative 2, and negative 10 over 2, that is just negative 5. So now, as with pretty much anything in algebra, you just have to check the solutions. X squared plus 7x plus 10 equals 0. So negative 2 squared, 4 plus, well, what's 7 times negative 2? That's just negative 14. So 4 plus negative 14 is negative 10, plus 10 equals 0. So 0 equals 0, makes sense. Negative 5 squared, 25, plus 7 times negative 5, which is negative 35, so 25 plus negative 35, which is just negative 10, plus 10 is 0, 0 equals 0, of course. So, yes. In this particular instance right here, the solutions, there are always two solutions to a quadratic equation, and in this case it would be negative 2 and negative 5. So, now factoring method though. Well, in that case you usually, if the solutions are real numbers, especially whole numbers, like simple numbers, just, whole numbers, well then you have to find two numbers which multiplied by each other equals c, and which added by each other, so the sum of those two numbers equals b. So, well, what are two numbers that when you multiply them are 10 and when you add them are 7? 5 and 2, right? So 5 times 2 equals 10, 5 plus 2 equals 7. So, well, first you put x plus, just because of the x squared. And then you just add in the 2 and the 5. X plus 5, you set them both equal to 0. So x equals negative 5, and in the case of x plus 2, just negative 2. So yeah, yes. We can do just one more example though. x squared plus 6x plus 9 equals 0. So right off the bat, let's just define a couple of terms. A equals 1, B equals 6, and C equals 9. Use the quadratic formula again, which is x equals negative b plus or minus radical b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So x equals negative 6 plus or minus this, well, the square root of 6 squared, which is 36, minus 4 times a, which is just 4. 9, 4 times 9, 36. So that's just the square root of 0, which is obviously 0. So you don't even need that in this case right here. So, well, that's just negative 6 divided by 2. Only one solution to that one right there. X equals negative 3. Okay, so, well, that's the solution of that one. Now you check it. Negative 3 squared, 9 plus 6 times negative 3, which is negative 18, plus 9 equals 0. 9 plus 9, 18 plus or minus 9, 18 equals 0, 0 equals 0. Checks out. Yep. Well, that's quadratic equations. Thank you. And also,